Have you ever dreamed of just snipping some fresh herbs right in your kitchen instead of, finding them all wilted in the back of the fridge? I think we've all been there. Growing your own food can feel like this huge, daunting thing, especially if you don't have a big yard. But what if I told you it's actually surprisingly simple? In fact, you might have everything you need to start your very own indoor garden today.
So let's just get right into it. The biggest myth we need to bust right off the bat is this idea that you need a huge plot of land. I mean, really, do you actually think you need a big backyard to enjoy fresh, homegrown vegetables? Well, you can think again. Just look at this. This is the proof right here. Vertical gardens, little pots on your windowsill, even countertop systems, they can turn any small space into your own little productive mini farm. The future of fresh food isn't just outdoors, it's right here, inside our homes.
And it's about so much more than just the food. Bringing a little bit of that green inside your space has some truly amazing benefits that go way, way beyond what you put on your dinner plate.
I mean, just imagine snipping some fresh basil for your pasta without even having to put your shoes on. Or harvesting your own salad greens, saving you yet another trip to the store. An indoor garden can bring so much cheer, especially in those kind of dreary winter months, and it creates this incredible, real connection to the food that you eat. So the big question is, what can you actually grow? You are going to be so surprised by the sheer variety of things that can thrive on just a simple windowsill or maybe under a grow light. Let's take a look. Okay, so leafy greens are the absolute superstars of indoor gardening. I'm talking about things like lettuce, spinach, and kale. They grow so fast, they don't need a ton of space, and you can just harvest leaves as you need them for the freshest salads you can possibly imagine. And it totally doesn't stop with leaves. Get this, you can grow root vegetables like carrots and radishes indoors. I know, it sounds crazy. The only trick is just giving them a deep enough pot for their roots to grow down into. You can even grow new potatoes from scraps in a big container. And now for the grand finale. Yes, you can absolutely grow fruiting plants like cherry tomatoes and hot peppers inside your house. It's true. With enough light and just a little bit of care, you can have that amazing summer garden flavor all year round. So are you feeling inspired? I hope so. The best part is that getting started is so much easier than you think. We're going to break it down into 3 really simple, totally manageable strategies, so you can just pick the one that feels right for you. Now, there are a few ways to begin. You could set up some kind of modular system or pick out plant varieties that are known to do well indoors. But honestly, the absolute easiest way, the one you can do the second this is over, is to just regrow groceries you already have in your kitchen. Let's really zoom in on that first strategy because it is by far the easiest way to start. I'm serious, you can have your very first plant growing just minutes from now. The whole concept is like pure magic. You take the part of the vegetable you'd normally just toss out, that little root base at the bottom, it holds all the cells needed for new growth. You just place it in a shallow dish of water, put it in a sunny spot, and that's literally it. It will start to sprout new, totally edible leaves right from the center. And here you can see that transformation in action. It's amazing. What was just a scrap destined for the compost bin becomes a whole new source of food in just a matter of days. It is so rewarding to watch this happen. So what should you try this with? Well, green onions are probably the fastest and easiest, for sure. But this also works beautifully for things like romaine lettuce, celery, pak choi, leeks, and even the leafy green tops of carrots. Go on, go check your fridge. You might have your first plant just sitting in there right now. Okay, so once you have your first little plant growing, there are just a few key things to keep in mind to make sure your new green friend stays happy and productive. So, light. This is probably the biggest challenge indoors. Most vegetables are going to need at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight a day. A sunny, south-facing window is perfect. But if you don't have one, please don't worry. A simple LED grow light is an incredibly effective and pretty affordable solution. When it comes to water, just remember this one simple rule. Less is more. Your indoor plants aren't baking in the hot sun all day, so they just don't dry out as fast. The goal is to keep the soil moist, kind of like a wrung-out sponge, but never, ever soggy or bone dry. Now, if you're growing something that makes a fruit, like a tomato, you might need to play the role of the bee for a day. It's fun. Since there are no bees inside, some plants need a little help. For tomatoes, a gentle little shake is all it takes. For others, like cucumbers, you might need to use a tiny brush to move pollen from one flower to another. It sounds all technical, but it's a super quick step that ensures you actually get to enjoy the harvest.
And please don't let the fear of pests stop you. Because your garden is indoors, you're going to have way fewer issues. If you do happen to spot common little visitors like aphids or spider mites, the solution is beautifully simple. Just wipe them off with a damp cloth. That's it. No harsh chemicals needed at all.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, but I want to bring it all back to one simple, really powerful idea. The goal here isn't to create some perfect, massive farm overnight. The goal is just to start. Remember that every single seed or even every little vegetable scrap you regrow is a step towards something truly wonderful. It's a connection to your health, it's a connection to nature, and it's a connection to the simple, profound joy of just watching something grow.
So here it is, the most important takeaway of all. Forget this idea of having a green thumb. Gardening isn't some magical talent that you're either born with or you're not. It's a skill. And just like any other skill, it starts with the simple act of trying. So, I'll leave you with this question. After everything we've talked about, after all these possibilities, what is the one thing, just one, that you'll plant today?